Hi Ross, hi James, hi everybody.
Hello.
Make sure you have some water nearby. And have a mat out, comfortable space. And then if you want to wait for a couple of minutes, just sitting on your knees, sitting back into the heels, just relaxing the shoulders, maybe rolling, alternate shoulders back. Maybe closing the eyes, helping to calm the body down, prepare it for our practice this afternoon. And taking those deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Or you're very welcome to stay nice and still. How are you doing today, Ross? You well? And James?
Yeah, I'm well.
Rolling those shoulders up and back. Maybe dipping the ear down to the shoulder. And then maybe coming to a nice stillness with the rocks. Dropping the ear to the shoulder. And a nice side neck stretch. Again, you can be seated, kneeling, or cross-legged. And then roll the head down and across to the other side. Remember to stay sitting nice and tall through our spine. And then roll the head forwards and then all the way backwards, opening up the front part of the neck, compressing the back of the neck. Big circles. Really feeling that movement. And then changing direction as well. Low feet. Big circles. If you close your eyes, it helps you focus a little bit more. Might be quite stiff in the neck. Not often a movement we do, but it brings lots of benefits to the upper region of the spine. And then again, drop the left ear down to the left shoulder. Relax those shoulders again, lift them up, roll them down. And a nice side stretch. As we stretch and push the left side down, we're stretching the right side of our shoulder. As you do that, actively push that right shoulder down a little bit, just to give it that extra centimetre or a bit. Good, and then roll the chin forwards, and then take the right ear down to the right side. Feel that left shoulder stretch. Push that left shoulder down to the floor. Imagine you're squaring the shoulders off. Good, for 3. For 2. And 1, big circles one more time. Lower that head all the way up and back. 3 circles in one direction. And then 3 in the other. Good, once you've done 3, change the direction. Gently moving the head around the side, back to the side and forwards. 3 big circles. And then once you have done 3, keep your head bowed and then reach your arms up. Big inhale, reach the arms and then interlace the fingers. Press up to the ceiling. Expand through the rib cage. Hold and breathe for 3. Sealing the mouth, breathing in and out of the nose for 2. And 1 on your next exhale, drop the hands down, drop the chin. So imagine filling up the lungs, reaching the arms up, big inhale. Expand through the hands, extend the arms long, and big exhale. Hands to the floor. 1 more time, sweep the mat. Inhale, lifting up. Press those hands up a little further. And then exhale, drop the hands down. Keeping your left hand on the mat, reach your right arm up and over. Open the chest by taking the arm backwards. Look underneath the right armpit for 3. Feel that compression of our ribcage on the left for 2. And 1. Bring that hand down to the left and then swing it all the way to the right. Create a big semicircle in front of you. Keep the right hand down. Take an inhale, lift up the left. And then open the chest, push it behind. Hold for 3. For 2. So here it helps, having warmed up the neck, we're able to just press the ear down slightly further. For 1. Bring that left hand down to the right, sweep the mat and the floor over to the left. Keep both hands on your left side now. Lift up the chest. Hold here for 3. Gentle, simple twist. Use your right hand to press to the outside of your left knee. For 2. For 1, switch sides, right hand behind, left hand to the outside of the right knee. Simple twist. Finding that thoracic spine move. Hold here for 3. Think about sitting up nice and tall. Hey to everyone who's just joined, welcome. For 2. And for 1, come back to center. We're going to slide that left hand all the way over to the left. Then reach that right arm up and to the left. Long side stretch here, creating a beautiful shape with our bodies. Press the palm down, so palm is facing down. Good, hold and breathe. Should feel that stretch in our lats. Opening the intercostal muscles on our right. Now notice your right hip slightly lifted. Press it down. Use that left hand. Feel that stretch. Again, open the chest by taking that arm behind, looking up and over. Hold here for 1 more breath. And then drop the right hand down. Lift up the left hand. Sweep that right hand further away from the body. Find that side opening. Push the hips to the left. Good. Open the chest for a bigger expansion. Take the hand a bit further back, looking up. Again, point the palm down. Good, extend that arm long to the right. 1 more breath. And then come back to center, nice job. Let's take an inhale, sweep the arms up. Fill up the lungs and then exhale. Bit more of a forced breath, big inhale, reaching up, look up. Press the palms together, exhale, drop the hands down. Bringing in that energy 1 more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring the hands either side. Shift forwards to your tabletop position. Now setting up alignment of our arms and our arms and the shoulders. Okay, so wrists above shoulders and then knees above hips. Let's just quickly pat the tops of the feet into the floor. Notice your hamstrings engage here for 3. Got a hardwood surface floor, I'm sorry, but keep it going for 2. And 1, tuck the toes under, sit back into the heels, stretching out the toes, hands on the knees. Big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, cactus hands by pushing the chest forward, squeezing those shoulder blades together, looking up. Continue with swan diving the hands behind you, sweep the mat from back to front. Inhale, lifting up, look up. Exhale, cactus those hands out. Chest forward, squeeze the shoulder blades. Last time, sweep the mat, come back to front. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, cactus hands. And as we do this with our hands, we forget what's going on with the toes. Take the hands behind you, interlace the fingers. If it's too intense on those toes, drop them flat. Sit back into the heels. Otherwise, keep holding that stretch. Squeeze the hands behind you. Now, swimmers naturally have very mobile shoulders, okay? So try to push the wrists together, closer. Keep interlacing those fingers, helping to expand the heart space. Good, collarbones facing forwards, chin lifted for 3. Breathing in and out of the nose for 2. Nice job, everyone. 1 more breath for 1. And then shift forwards, finding your tabletop position, finding our cat-cow pose. So this time we're going to exhale, push away from the floor. Tilt the pelvis towards you, tuck the chin into the chest. Create that really roundiness of the spine. Big expansion. Exhale through neutral spine, lower the tummy down. Come into cow. Good, so exhale to cat, exhaling to cat. Shoulders protracting. And then inhale to cow. So filling up the lungs as you press the chest down. Remember to lift the chin. Good, exhale away from the floor. Tilt the pelvis in towards you. Try to create that beautiful shape we can with our shoulders and our spine. Maybe shift forwards and backwards. Explore this position in cat. Shifting around as well, maybe coming around, finding that lovely circumduction movement with the wrists. Good, shifting that weight over the wrists and then back. Changing direction, keep that lovely protraction of the shoulders. Rounding round. One more time, big circle. And then flow through neutral spine. Take an inhale to cow. Good, lift up the chin. Tuck the toes, place the toes together, draw the knees out wide, sink back into the hips, reaching the arms long. Now, before we go into child's pose, keep the chin up. Walk the hands as far forwards as you can. Until they get as far forwards, then lower the forehead, lower the elbows. Feel that really intense stretch in our lats. Okay, opening up the chest, find that elongation through the top of the spine, forehead on the ground. Sinking into our hips, press your hips into your heels. Now, if child's pose is too difficult, bring the knees closer together. Or if you find it too much of a stretch in the knees especially, just raise yourself by using a pillow underneath your hips. So you just have that gentle elevation. Keep holding here for 3. Opportunity to close the eyes, help to bring calmness to the body, setting yourself up for movement. For 2. Being present with the breath, listening to the breath, feeling that breath, being in control of the breath. For 1. Keeping the forehead on the ground, walk the hands to your left. Maybe shift the torso as well. Now press that left ribcage into the left inner thigh. Reach the arms long. We're not placing one hand on top of the other. Keep the arms long, equal position. And then walk the hands over to the right. Keep the head and the chest as low as you can. Arms creeping forwards. And then slowly bring the hands back to center. Take an inhale, lift up back to your tabletop position. On your exhale, tuck the toes, send those hips high, downward facing dog. Here we go. Feel the calves, feel the hamstrings, press away from the floor, keep the hips up nice and high, gaze through the ankles, creating that upside down V position. Spread your weight evenly in your hands, send it across the wrists into the palms and the fingers. Use that surface area we have in the hands to balance the body. 4 points of contact in our downward facing dog. Keep those legs moving, bending one, straightening the other. Breathing here for 3. For 2, dangle that head, let it be loose. For 1, take an inhale, look at your hands. As you exhale, walk the hands backwards to the toes, bend the knees if you need to, finding ragdoll, grabbing the opposite elbow, dangling nice and loosely here. Bringing in some movement, so get that dangle going. Swaying left and right. Bring lots of movement to the beginning of class. Let the head be heavy, let the shoulders be relaxed. Hanging out here for 3. Looking to the back of the room, tucking that chin in for 2. For 1, take an inhale, sweep the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Extend those arms long, tuck the chin in, opening the shoulders. Should feel so good. Notice the weight in the feet shift forwards and backwards, so gently rocking forwards into the toes, off the heels, and then rocking backwards. Off the toes into the heels. Maybe lift up the toes a couple of times if you like. Good, feel the shoulders easing for 3. For 2. For 1, release your hands to the mat. Take an inhale, walk them forwards, bend the knees, and then straighten the legs until you come into your high plank position. Remember, alignment of our high plank, hands under shoulders, push away from the floor, tuck the core in. Look at your toes, make sure the feet are hips distance apart. Keep breathing here for 3. Keep breathing for 2. Nice work, everybody. Last breath for 1. And then drop the knees down. Keep tight in the core, lower the chest all the way down, nice and controlled. Once the chest hits the floor, flatten the feet, take an inhale, rise up to cobra. Look over to your left, and then over to the right. Lower the chest down, tuck the toes, Send the hips back to puppy pose. Arms stay in the same position. Knees bent, forehead to the ground. The elbows are lifted. In that transition, maybe you felt a few cracks, tension release. Mobilizing the body. Take an inhale, rise to your extended arm tabletop. Tuck the toes or keep them tucked under and send the hips back to your downward facing dog. Take an inhale, lift up the right leg, point the toes to the ceiling. Bend the knee, open up to your scorpion dog, stacking the right side of our hip on top of the left. Press the weight even in the hands. Keep the shoulders square to the floor if you can, but look underneath your right armpit. Make some big circles with our right ankle. Use that knee. Breathe here for 3. 3 points of contact for 2. For 1, step the right foot down. Take an inhale, lift the left foot, point the toes to the ceiling, and then bend the knee. Stack the left side of our hip on top of the right side. Press the weight even in those hands. Draw some big circles with our left knee. Try to press your right heel into the ground. So if the heel's on the floor, we're feeling that stretch, particularly in the calf. We're also finding a bit more surface area to step down onto. For 1, take an inhale, square the hips, step the left foot down. Take an exhale, walk your hands forwards to wrists. Good. Inhale, rise up to your halfway lift, finding that flat back position. Good. Send the weight into the toes, back into the heels for 3. Now in this halfway lift, push the shoulders to the back of the room. For 2, feel your lower back muscles engage. For 1, take an inhale. Exhale, fold, hands to your toes, tuck the chin into your chest. Bend the knees, inhale, sweep up, Tadasana, nice and tall, reaching up to the ceiling. Exhale, fold through heart center, all the way down to the floor. Inhale, rise up to halfway lift. Again, shift the weight forwards and backwards in the feet for 3. Keep breathing here. For 2. Good, finding that length in the back of the legs. For 1. Take an inhale, come to stillness. Take an exhale, lower down, folding forwards. Press your hands into the mat. Step your left foot to the back of your mat. Keep that right knee bent, finding low lunge. Now draw the hands under the shoulders. If this is too intense already, just drop that left knee down. Otherwise, stay here in your low lunge position. Take an inhale, press the left hand into the floor, right hand up to the ceiling. Big circles, mobilize the right side of our shoulder for 3. Good, keep that left knee lifted if we can, everybody. For 2, try and think about stacking the shoulder. When we reach up, stack the right shoulder on top of the left as the arm is at the highest point. For 1, good, place the right hand down, reframe the right foot. Take an inhale, look forwards. As you exhale, sweep that left foot to meet the right. Inhale, rise to tabletop or to halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hands to your toes. Bend the knees. Inhale, sweep up, Tadasana. Look up to the ceiling, press the hands together. Exhale, fold, hands through heart center. Inhale, rise, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hands to the floor. Press the hands into the mat. Inhale, step the right leg all the way to the back of the mat. Low lunge. Good, notice what's going on in the hips. Keep the hands under the shoulders. Again, drop that back knee if this is too intense in the hip flexor. Otherwise, stay here for 3. Now, it's your practice. You can add any moves that you like. If you want to shift forwards and backwards, if you want to bounce lightly, bring the movement. Your practice, your body, listen to it. For 1, press into the floor with the right hand. Take an inhale, lift that left arm up. Draw some big circles with the left arm. Again, notice as you reach that left arm up as high as possible, try to stack the shoulders. Good. For 2. For 1. Press the left hand into the mat. Get ready, sending the weight forwards. Take an inhale, step through. Place the right foot to meet the left. Woo. Inhale, rise up, halfway lift. Look down, tuck the chin in. Exhale, fold, hands to your toes, bend the knees. Sweep up all the way, Tadasana, nice and tall. Taking the inhale. Exhale. Hands through heart center down to the floor. Inhale, rise up halfway, look down, tuck the chin in. Exhale, fold, hands to your toes, step into the mat. Or place the hands on the mat, step the right leg back and the left leg back, finding your high plank. Take an inhale. As you exhale, drop the knees, lower the chest with control. Press into the floor with the tops of the feet. Inhale to your upward facing dog, pulling yourself forwards and up. Good, look to the right. And over to the left, good job everyone. Tuck the toes, send those hips high, downward facing dog. Nice work. Take an inhale, lift up that right leg as high as you can, point the toes up to the ceiling. And then look forwards, exhale, step through, drop the left knee down, reach the arms up. Good, taking the inhale. And the exhale, reach the arms, aeroplane arms, interlace the fingers. Take the inhale, lift up the chest, keep the hands interlaced, press the hips down, sinking into that left hip flexor, opening that chest, hold here for 3. Looking forwards for 2. Again, if you can't interlace the fingers, just reach the arms back, feel that squeeze in the shoulders. For 1. Inhale, press the hands into the mat. Step the left foot all the way forwards to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Sweep the mat from back to front, lift up Tadasana, nice and tall, big inhale. Swan dive your hands now behind you, down to the floor as you exhale. Lift up halfway, inhale. Fold forwards, exhale. Hands into the mat, step back, jump back, place yourself back into that high plank. Chaturanga, so lowering the knees or coming into that half plank, you're shifting forwards. Lower down, keep that control in the elbows, hold yourself there. Then pull yourself forwards, inhale, lift up, upward facing dog. Tuck your toes, send the hips back, downward facing dog. 1 breath. Ujjayi breath, sealing the lips, breathing in and out of the nose. Constricting that flow of air as we exhale. Take an inhale, lift up the left leg high. Point the toes up. Exhale, look forward, step forwards, find your low lunge, and then drop the right knee down. Untuck the right toes. Sweep the arms up, big inhale, lift up. This time we're going to interlace or cross the arms over, so you're grabbing opposite elbow. Sink the hips forwards and down. Hold here for 3. For 2. For 1. Hands down to the mat. Get ready, take the right knee off the floor. Take an inhale, step the right foot forwards to meet the left. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale and fold. We're staying in this folding position now. Grab the hands behind the behind the calves. So there's that lovely position where our knees bend, which we can grab opposite elbow to. Bend the knees as much as you need to, depending on your flexibility within the legs. Bend the knees, relax the shoulders. If we find we have good flexibility within the legs at this moment in class, just straighten them as much as you can. But stay within your range that feels good, feels like it's challenging, but enjoyable too. Hold and breathe for 5. Head is lower than the heart, gentle inversion for 4. Letting the head be heavy, 7 pounds in weight. Taking it off the neck, just let it relax, go floppy for 3. For 2. Closing the eyes, focusing on the stretch. For 1. Good, release the hands, inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hands into the mat, step, jump, or walk back to your high plank. Chaturanga, I'm going to demonstrate from the knees. We're going to drop the knees down. Take the inhale. Exhale, lower down the chest, halfway to the floor. Flip the tops of the feet into the ground. Pull yourself forward, lift up. Inhale, upward facing dog, shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice job, everyone. Good. Take an inhale, sweep that right leg as high as you can. Exhale, look forward, step halfway, warrior 1. So halfway between our hands, right toes pointing forwards, left toes out 45 degrees. Hands on your hips, take the inhale, lift up. Take the exhale, reach the arms to the ceiling. So we've got that nice bend in the front leg. The stance is a little bit shorter than our warrior two. Back toes out 45 degrees, so from front arm, okay? Back toes out 45 degrees, bending into the front knee. Notice left foot on left, right foot on right. We're not keeping the alignment of the ankles in this position, okay? Good, so make sure those hips are pointing forwards. If the hips are not pointing forwards, you need to take that left foot out to the side even more. Square the hips to the front, swooping the arms up, big inhale. Exhale, take the hands behind you. Push them down to the floor, take an inhale, lift up. Finding humble warrior, lower the chest, lower the torso all the way down. Right rib cage on right inner thigh. We'll let the hands fold over the top of the head, tuck the chin in, look at your left toes. Focus on your balance here. Holding here for 3. Now you don't have to have the hands interlaced, you can keep your hands on your hips for 2. Look down at the left toes. I promise you it's easier when you tuck that chin in. Good, one more breath. Sweep the hands up on your next inhale, listen carefully. Take that left leg with you, sweep the left leg up, finding that half leg Tadasana, hold. Bring your hands to heart center. Breathe here for 3. Whew. Breathe here for 2. Nice, finding your drishti, that one point in front that is not moving. One more breath. On your next inhale, reach your arms up to the ceiling. Bring your hands back to heart center. Tilt the pelvis, tilt the torso forward. Step that left foot back, finding warrior 2. So warrior 2, we're opening the hips to the left. Front foot is finding that nice 90-degree bend. Bigger, longer stance. Back toes out to the side of the wall. Arms nice and even. Focusing on that transition, alignment of the spine. We're not leaning forwards. We're stacking the shoulders over the hips, okay? So imagine that's my spine. Good. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Inhale, straighten the front leg. As you exhale, reach forwards to the front of the room. As far as you can with the torso, then bring the right hand to the shin. Lift the left arm up. Find that stacking of the shoulders. Trikonasana. Good. Or look up to the left hand for 3. Notice your right hand is not pressing into the shin. It's just hovering there. If I ask you to reach your right arm forwards, the obliques are already activated. For 2. Good. One more breath. Use the torso. Inhale, rise up. Extended triangle, reaching back, reverse. Good. Right hand up to the ceiling, left hand down the outside of the left leg. Find that lovely positioning with the body, sending the hips forwards. Inhale, back to warrior 2, bend into the front knee. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly cartwheel the hands down to the floor. Square the hips, square the shoulders, send the right foot back. Find your high plank, chaturanga. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower down. Fold over the tops of the feet, pull yourself forwards, lift up. Upward facing dog. Take an exhale, roll over the toes, send the hips back, downward facing dog. Nice work, everyone. Relax the kneecaps in your downward facing dog. Okay? You don't want to hold on to too much tension in this position. Focus on spreading the weight evenly in the hands, across the wrists, into the palms. Other side, sweep up that left leg nice and high. Point the toes up, up, up. As you exhale, look forward, step halfway. Finding warrior 1, hands on your hips. And then on your next breath, bring the arms up. Big inhale. Make sure your back toes are pointing up 45 degrees. Bending into the front knee, hips squared to the front. Inhale, lift the hands a little higher. Exhale, sweep the hands behind you, push down to the floor. Opening up the heart space. Take a breath in. Humble warrior, forward fold. Breath out. So leaning forwards into that left leg. Left rib cage pressing into the leg, tucking the chin in, looking to your right toes. Good. Hold here, 50. Ready for that next transition. For 2. Last breath, everyone. Inhale, sweep the arms up, send the weight into your left leg. Take that right leg with you. Standing half leg Tadasana, finding your balance. Good, take an inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice, everyone. Stand here, hang out here. 2 breaths. 1 more breath. Finding that stability in the standing leg, the ankle, the knee. Take the inhale and the exhale. Inhale, lift the hands up. And then exhale, drop the pelvis. Oh, sorry, drop the torso. I said that last time. Drop the pelvis down. Step that right leg back. Open up to your warrior 2. So sending the hip out to the right. Arms even. Bend nicely into that front leg. Notice the knee is in line with the ankle. Back foot is out 90 degrees. So parallel to the short edge of the mat. Don't lock in that back knee too much. Add a little bend to it. Good. Looking forwards. Take an inhale. Building strength, even staying still, and an exhale. Good. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, reaching forwards as far as you can with the torso until you get to that point. Lower the left hand down. Reach the right arm up. Tick-tock 6 and 12. So left hand is at the 6, right hand is at the 12. Stacking the shoulders. Remember that weight in the left shin. We're not pressing the weight into it, not bowing the chest forwards. We're lifting through the chest, creating space between our left rib cage and left thigh. Take an inhale, lift that left arm to the front. Good, obliques working. For 2. Good, for 1, strong torso. Inhale, rise up. Keep the legs in the same position. Exhale, reaching back, reverse. Right hand down, right shin. Left arm up, finding that left side opening of the body. Good, palms facing down, remember that position. Inhale, back to warrior 2, rebend into the front leg. Take an inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the floor. Send that left leg back, finding your high plank, everyone. We're here for 3 breaths. If high plank is too difficult, drop those knees down. 2 breaths. Last breath. Stay strong in that core. Good. Flow through your chaturanga on your inhale. Shift forwards or drop the knees down. Lower the body halfway. Inhale, lift up. Forward facing dog. Push into the tops of the feet. Look forwards. Exhale, drop the knees. Take them wide. Child's pose. Arms long, forehead to the ground. Nice job, everybody. Reaching the arms long, elbows may be lifted off the floor. A couple of nods with the head from left to right, just gently massaging the forehead. Notice if you feel in control and connected to your body and your breath. If you don't, focus on why. How can you strengthen that connection between your breath and as you move? It takes practice. It takes a lot of focus. Trust your instincts in the moves as well. You're going to take an inhale, lift up the chest. Knees in line with hips, finding tabletop. Setting your arms in line with the shoulders. Hover the knees off the floor. Hold here for 3. Align the position, push the shoulders away. For 2, feeling that stretch in the tip toes. Nice job. For 1. And then slowly hips up high, but walk the feet forwards. Getting ready for your crow practice. So hips stay high, high-fiving the floor. Looking forwards. Shift the weight into the triceps. So there's a sweet spot within the back of the arms and the knees, okay? Focusing on the core, squeezing the core up. Belly button into spine, hips stay nice and high. When you're ready, take 1 foot off the floor and then the other. If you're ready to take both feet at the same time, send your weight a bit further forwards. Maybe crawl or clasp the floor with your fingers. And then hover the knee, or hover the toes. Press the toes together. Practice here for 5. For 4. For 3. Looking forwards, remember, look forwards, not down. For 2. Practice lifting 1 foot, then the other. Slow transitions. Shift that weight forwards into the arms, then lift up the feet. For 1. Very nice, guys. Sit back into your child's pose. Arms reaching towards the front. Sit back into the hips. And just notice the inner thighs, how they're feeling. Maybe we've got a step further in our crow pose this afternoon. Or maybe we just hung out and focused on the breath. It's always good to challenge the body and the mind together, creating that stronger bond between what is possible. If you practice, you work hard, and you keep focused, the human body and the human mind together, anything is doable. You've got to enjoy what the process brings. Take an inhale, lift up the chest, send the hands in line with the shoulders, squeeze the knees together, and then rolling the head in big circles again. Notice how the neck is feeling today. 2 circles in one direction, and then 2 in the other. Good. Once we've found those 2 rolls of the shoulder, of the neck, time to take a water break. So find yourself standing up, make sure you get some water inside of you. And then we'll move into our balance postures. So we're going to focus on our tree pose and figure 4. So send the weight into your right leg, lift the left leg off the floor. So from front on, I'm going to show you arms at your side, lift the chest up, squeeze the shoulder blades together, focus on posture, alignment, lifting through the spine, finding that extra centimeter. When you're ready, send the sole of the foot to the inside of the thigh, using just the muscle memory that you've made. And then if you need to, press that ankle as close to the shin, to the groin as you can. A nice subtle transition. And just notice where your balance is today. You might feel a bit off, you might feel really centered. And smile, it gives that kind of element of relaxation, I promise. Hold here for 3. Maybe bring your hands to heart center, maybe reach your arms out, growing your branches. For 2. Relax the shoulders. 1 more breath. Good, and then send the foot away from the thigh and then send it back to the front. So, creating that figure 4. Now the ankle is just above the standing kneecap, okay? You can cradle the toes with your extended right leg or right arm, left hand on the knee. Good. Hold here, lift the chest. Maybe release the hands if you can. Opening the hip. Good. Now notice what we're going to do here. We're going to send our right leg into a bend, hands at heart center. Only do this if you have good knees. If you have any issues with the knees, just stay in this figure 4 position. So bend into the right leg. Bring the chest closer to the thigh. Good. Hands here for 3. If we find we have ultimate flexibility in our knee, reach down to the floor, tuck the chin in. For 2, this is stretching our psoas muscle. For 1, inhale, bring your hands to heart center, and then exhale, release the leg. Shake it out. Nice work. So the figure 4 takes a lot of practice, okay? It's not a movement that the knee necessarily goes into quite often. If you're a breaststroke swimmer, this might be quite nice for the knees, okay? Other side, lift that right foot off the floor, hands by your side, working that hip flexor to lift the knee. Hands at your side. When you're ready, send the sole of the foot to the inner thigh, the calf, or half on the floor, half on the calf. Use that muscle memory again, lift it up, and then use the hand to press it closer. Good. So bring that ankle as close to the groin as you can, hands by your side, finding your balance. Relax the shoulders. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Then bring your hands to heart center or reach them up. If we take the hands further away from the body, we're working a bit more on our stability in our core. Okay? Breathe here for 3. Breathe here for 2. Sorry, I'm wobbling. Focus on 1 point in front of you that is not moving. For 1. Send the foot away from the thigh, release with control, then press it over the front of the left leg. So just above the kneecap is a great position, okay? Just stroke the thigh, sending the knee to the side, hands at heart center, hang out here in figure 4. Otherwise, take the breath in. As you exhale, bend into the left leg. So send the hips backwards. Imagine you're coming into a squat. Good. Aim at this position is have the chest parallel to the floor or the calf parallel, okay? So that takes a lot of practice. Hang out here or take an inhale, release the hands. As you exhale, lean forwards, touch the floor. Good. Breathe here for 3, for 2, For one, inhale, hands to heart center, and then exhale, step the foot away, shake it out. Nice work, everyone. Turn those toes outwards, heels inwards, getting ready for goddess pose, starting with star. Sweep the arms up, big inhale. Big exhale, reach the hands down. Use the breath, big inhale. Big exhale. One more time, inhale, lift up, fill up the lungs. Exhale, bend into the knees as you draw your hands down. Bringing the thighs parallel to the ground, hands either side of the knees. Notice your chest is lifted from side on, creating that nice flat back position, not rounding forward. Okay, engaging the lower back muscles, shifting left and right. You're going to feel it in the thighs and the quads. Make sure that the feet are wide enough apart. If it feels a bit too tricky, take the feet wider, okay? Keep the chest up for 3, for 2, for 1. Inhale, lift up the chest. Exhale, you're sending your left shoulder to your right knee. Bend into the right arm. Good, inhale, lift up the chest. Exhale, right shoulder to left knee. Use the breath. Inhale, lift up, rise. Exhale, cross left shoulder. Last time, inhale, lift and rise, everyone. Exhale, right shoulder to left knee. Bring your hands to heart center. Lift up the chest. We're holding for 3. Good, thighs are burning, I know. Chest up higher for 2. 1 more breath. Take the inhale. As you exhale, point the toes towards me, fold forwards, wide leg Paschimottanasana. Take the feet as wide as you like now. Feel the inner thigh stretch, grabbing the elbows or releasing the hands on the floor and shifting your body weight left and right. I would recommend grabbing the elbows. It helps to pull with gravity, lowering the chest further to the floor. Tuck the chin in as well. Feel that gentle sway if you'd like some movement. Otherwise, keep nice and still. Another inversion for 3, for 2, for 1. Hands to the floor. Inhale, lift up the chest, look forwards. Exhale, grab the ankles. If we want to go deeper than grabbing the ankles, we're going to lift up the chest on your inhale. Point the elbows to the ceiling. Pull yourself closer towards your thighs. Tuck your chin into your chest. Hold it and breathe. If our arms are extended long, we're just holding onto the ankles. Hang out there for 2. For 1. Good. Release the hands under the shoulders. Inhale, lift up the chest, look forwards. Exhale, toe heel the feet together. Nice work, everyone. So toe heeling the feet together, and then slowly round the spine, come into your nice laying down position on your back. Squeeze those knees into your chest, rocking to the left and to the right. And then send the feet down on the floor, keeping the knees bent. Now, if we're in this position, keep that lower back engaged with the floor, so you lock in the spine. So tilt the pelvis towards you. You may even find you need to lift the feet off the ground to do so. So find that anterior tilt, pelvis, lower base of the spine, and feel the core lock. Hands by your side. We're going to find 10 crunches with 10 yogi crunches. So keeping the shoulders relaxed. Squeeze the knees into the chest, tailbone lifts. Drop the toes to the floor, tap. Guide back up and tap. Exhale as you lift up. Inhale as you lower. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Find your 10, everybody. Squeeze the knees in closer towards the chest. Keep that back completely flat. Feel the core work. After you have done 10, release the feet and then gently rock those knees over to the left and over to the right. Disengage the lower back and that loosening of the lumbar region of the spine. Should feel really good on your glutes. Your gluteus maximus, your bottom, sending the weight across, back to center, and then to the other side. Relax your shoulders here.
done a lot of heart openers and expansion through the rib cage this afternoon. So I'm going to talk you through our hip bridge for 2 cycles and then our opportunity to practice our wheel. Wheel requires a lot of upper body strength and commitment to the pose, okay? So if you haven't done it before, let's see if you can get a step further. So come to a nice soft stillness. Make sure that the feet are flat on the floor. Tickling the ankles is a great way to set yourself up. Hands to the floor then. When you next inhale, you lift up the hips, squeeze the bottom, feel the hamstrings work. Hold here for 3, sending the weight into the shoulders, hips a little higher, keep the head nice and still. Notice the weight in the feet, send it into the toes, even grip the floor with the toes for 1. Slowly lower the mid-spine and then the base of the spine. Relax the bottom, draw the knees into the chest. Good. Set 1 done. Feet back onto the floor. Tickle the ankles. Release the hands. When you're ready, inhale, lift up. Squeeze the backs of the legs. Shoulders bearing the weight of the body. Find that nice alignment from the chin all the way to our kneecaps for 2. For 1, slowly roll down the spine. Relax the shoulders, draw the knees into the chest. For anyone who wants to practice wheel, I'll talk you through it. Otherwise, continue with your hip bridge. Feel the wheelers, reach your arms above the head. Point the fingers towards you or towards the toes, same direction as the toes. Now your hands at either side of your ear, or your ears, if that makes sense. Maybe walk the feet a bit closer towards the bottom, so heels maybe even touching the bottom. For those moving into your hip bridge, take an inhale, lift up. Everybody squeeze the hips, weight into the shoulders. For those moving into wheel, press the weight from your shoulders into your hands. Extend the legs, push up. Use that strength in the legs to lift up. Good. Look down, chin relaxed for 3. Breathe. For 2, keep the feet in the same position, hands in the same position. Hip bridge, lifters, lower down the back. For anyone in wheel, tuck the chin in so you look back up to the ceiling. Lower the base or lower the shoulders first. The mid-spine, the lower spine, just watching and feeling it all unravel. Draw the knees into the chest and then extend your left leg all the way to the floor. Keep that right knee tucked in. Find that lovely hip compression. And then let out a few breaths. Let the left leg relax completely. And then slowly guide that right knee across to the left, finding your supine twist. Keep the shoulders flat on the floor. Make sure you have enough space beside you. Look to the opposite side of your knee. Hang out here for a few breaths. Two breaths. One more breath. Slowly bring the knees back in towards the chest. Give yourself a squeeze and then release the right leg. Once the ankle touches the floor, release it again. I promise you, you can let more tension out. A few gentle nudges and cues is all it takes. Squeeze the left knee in and then gently roll it across to the right. Look to your left, arms out long, supine twist. Now in your supine twist, try to relax. Settle in, let the body adapt to this posture. Finding that length in our thoracic spine region as we twist. Relax those legs. Noticing the breath maybe getting heavier and deeper. One more breath. And then bring the knees back in towards the chest. Bring the shoulders square to the mat. And then extend the legs long above you, flexing the feet. Feel the hamstrings working here, arms by your side. Hold here for 3. Lower back is engaged for 2. Now for those who want to go into plow pose, I'll talk you through it. For everyone else, keep those legs lifted, but relax the toes, okay? So just lifting the legs up. For anyone moving to plow pose, arms by your side, keep the feet flexed. We're going to guide the feet to over the top of the head and maybe even to the floor. So you're going to push the hips up, tailbone is lifted, Watch those feet come over the top of the head. Keep the head in the same position. Hands are there to support you. Press the elbows into the floor. Push the pelvis closer towards the chin. Once the feet touch the floor, relax the toes. Keep the hips traveling higher if you can. Feel that compression in the lungs. Breathe here for 3. Breathe here for 2. And for 1, closing the eyes, everybody, no matter what position you're in, slowly unroll the spine from Plow Pose, meeting anyone else with elevated legs. And then slowly keeping the base of your spine engaged with the floor, either send one ankle down and then the other, or both ankles to the floor. Taking your time, feeling the core work as you do so. And then once the ankles touch the floor, relax the body in your Shavasana. Let the hands fold open. Let the feet fold out to the side, focusing on your breath. Allowing yourself to be still. After movement comes stillness. Focusing on your present breath. And not letting any other thoughts, ideas, any emotions come into the mind. Just being present with our breathing. Make sure you relax the body. So check in with every muscle. Noticing how great it feels to lay still, to let the body relax, to let the muscles ease, and to bring this flood of calmness across your entire body. After you've moved it, challenged it, maybe even put stress on it by transitions, inversions, or even showing up to your practice. Sometimes it feels like an effort, but the feeling you get after any movement, particularly yoga, you've created space, you've worked on bringing clarity to the mind, and being patient with your body. And then slowly start to bring some awareness back into your fingers, your toes, wiggling them. Maybe nodding the head left and right. Taking deeper breaths in. And then taking your time, roll over to a side, fetal position. Cradling the head, drawing the knees up, tucked up close towards you. So creating a nice bull position with the body. Relaxing the breath, relaxing the body. Before we become fully conscious and aware, it helps keeping the eyes closed, these final moments. And really relax every muscle, be limp, be relaxed. Notice what goes on. Maybe your body changes position slightly. Letting go of any tension we don't want to carry into the rest of our afternoon. And then with your next inhale, press into the floor, lift up the chest, either cross the ankles or sit back onto the heels. Bring the palms to your knees and then gentle small circles in one direction. Sitting up nice and tall. And then changing direction with the knees. And then up and down the thighs, feeling the warmth, the friction you're creating. All the way around to the sides. Good. And then bring your hands together, close your eyes. Rub the hands up and down, create some heat. Closing the eyes for 3, for 2, for 1. Press the hands over the eyelids, feel the heat that we've made. And then bring your hands to heart center. Thank you everyone for joining our Tuesday afternoon practice. I hope you felt challenged from the sequence, you felt alignment from the postures, and enjoyed the movement all in all. Such a pleasure to help you move and flow. Namaste. Thank you, everybody.